Today, we are exploring one of the most sought-after and highly valued coins in the United States, the Liberty 1 cent from 1988D, a coin that not only represents the pride of American coinage but has also become a jewel for collectors worldwide due to its rarity, historical significance, and astounding market value of $779,367. The Liberty 1 cent series, often referred to as Lincoln cents in modern terms, has a lineage that traces back to the iconic designs that have shaped the American penny, symbolizing liberty, perseverance, and the ingenuity of the U.S. Mint. What makes the 1995 Liberty 1 cent stand out from its peers is a combination of its exceptional minting characteristics, limited availability, and the subtle yet distinct features that coin enthusiasts and professional graders search for with painstaking precision. Each coin from this era carries the legacy of the Lincoln Memorial reverse design, which had been circulating since 1959, but the 1988D minting is celebrated for its pristine production quality, sharpness in the engravings, and the immaculate detail that allows the obverse portrait of President Abraham Lincoln to shine with unparalleled clarity, making it a visual and historical masterpiece. Collectors often marvel at the unique combination of factors that elevate the 1988D Liberty 1 cent into the rarest of the rare category, from the condition of the coin in mint state, its original luster, and the absence of the tiniest blemishes, to the sheer scarcity of uncirculated specimens available in the market today. In recent years, the numismatic community has witnessed an unprecedented surge in interest for this particular coin, with auctions and private sales reporting remarkable bidding wars, reflecting both the historical significance and the investment potential of owning such a gem. The 1988D Liberty 1 cent is more than just a piece of currency. It is a tangible connection to American history, a symbol of craftsmanship, and a testament to the enduring appeal of coins as both collectibles and financial assets. Many experts argue that coins like these encapsulate a unique duality. They are simultaneously artifacts of our national heritage and highly coveted commodities whose market value continues to climb, currently standing impressively at $779,367, a figure that demonstrates the extraordinary appreciation this coin has experienced over decades. When you examine a 1988D Liberty 1 cent, the details tell a story: the precise lines of Lincoln's bust, the sharpness of the lettering, and the flawless fields all contribute to the coin's desirability. Coin graders look at elements such as strike quality, surface preservation, and eye appeal to determine its grade, which directly influences its market value. A coin in gem mint state or proof condition can command astronomically higher prices than circulated counterparts, and for the 1988D Liberty 1 cent, there is simply no substitute for perfection. This coin is highly sought after by collectors not only in the United States but internationally, and it often serves as the centerpiece in world-class collections due to its rarity, the story it tells, and the undeniable prestige of owning such a distinguished piece. The market for this coin has been driven by the scarcity of high-grade specimens, the nostalgia of mid-1990s coinage, and the growing appreciation for small-denomination coins that, over time, have become extraordinary treasures. Unlike common pennies, the 1988D Liberty 1 cent has achieved an almost legendary status among numismatists, and investors recognize it as a tangible asset that combines historical depth with real monetary appreciation. Owning a 1988D Liberty 1 cent is like holding a small, shining fragment of American history in your hands, a coin that speaks to both collectors and investors alike, offering a rare opportunity to acquire something that is virtually irreplaceable. With its current market value of $779,367, this coin represents not just a significant financial asset but a tangible piece of Americana that has survived the test of time, maintaining its beauty, clarity, and importance through decades of economic and social change. From its detailed engraving and flawless presentation to the legacy it carries as part of the iconic Liberty 1 cent series, this coin embodies the perfect harmony of historical significance, artistry, and investment value. For anyone serious about collecting or investing in rare U.S. coins, the 1995 Liberty 1 cent stands as a pinnacle achievement, a coin that commands attention, admiration, and a rightful place in the annals of American numismatics. Today, as we explore its value and market presence, it is clear why collectors are willing to pay extraordinary sums for such a coin. Whether you are a seasoned numismatist or a newcomer fascinated by the world of rare coins, the 1988 D Liberty 1 cent is a testament to the enduring allure and financial potential of high-quality U.S. coinage. From its rich history to its breathtaking rarity, from the elegance of Lincoln's portrait to the impressive precision of the minting process, this coin offers a story that goes far beyond its small size. It is a tangible piece of history, a valuable investment, and a symbol of the timeless craftsmanship that defines American coins. With the market value continuing to rise and interest in exceptional specimens growing every year, the 1988 D Liberty 1 cent remains not only a fascinating collectible but also a powerful reminder of the unique combination of history, art, and wealth that defines the world of numismatics. Welcome back to Rare U.S. Coins 1, the channel where hidden treasures come alive and ordinary-looking coins turn into extraordinary stories of history, rarity, and massive value. And today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating and powerful small coins ever struck in American history, the Liberty 1 cent USA coin 1988D, a coin that on the surface may appear simple, common, and unassuming. Yet in the world of elite collectors, premium condition examples, rare mint errors, and exceptional strikes have pushed this cent into a legendary category with a breathtaking current market value reaching up to $779,361, making it one of the most talked about modern-era Lincoln cents in high-end numismatics, because the year 1988 was a critical period in U.S. minting history when quality control, metal composition consistency, and minting technology were undergoing significant changes, and the Denver Mint, marked by the D mint mark, was producing millions of coins for circulation, yet only a microscopic fraction of those coins would survive in flawless condition or with rare error characteristics that transform them from pocket change into museum-level collectibles, and that is what makes the 1988 D Liberty 1 cent so extraordinary, because it represents the perfect storm of history, rarity, condition, and collector demand, turning copper-plated zinc into financial gold. And when we talk about Liberty 1 cent, we are talking about the spirit of American freedom itself stamped into metal, carrying forward the legacy of Abraham Lincoln, whose portrait has symbolized unity, strength, and perseverance since 1909, and by 1988 the Lincoln cent had already become the most recognized coin in the United States, yet its story was far from ordinary, as the late 1980s marked a time when collectors began to realize that modern coins, when preserved in pristine mint state or discovered with rare minting anomalies, could outperform many classic coins in auction prices, and the 1988 D cent stands proudly among those elite modern issues, because the Denver Mint struck it with high-speed machinery that sometimes created stunning double dies, off-center strikes, weak strikes, and transitional errors, and any of these features, when combined with perfect surfaces and original luster, can skyrocket a coin's value into six-figure territory. And that is exactly why examples of the 1988 D Liberty 1 cent have reached astonishing auction results, approaching $779,361, sending shockwaves through the collecting community and proving once again that the smallest coins can carry the largest financial power, and collectors around the world are now hunting for this date and mint mark with intense passion, checking their old jars, rolls, and inherited collections, hoping to discover a hidden champion among common cents. Because the difference between a 1 cent coin and a $779,361 treasure lies in microscopic details that only trained eyes or professional grading services can confirm, such as full original mint luster, razor-sharp strike, perfect centering, zero contact marks, flawless surfaces, and strong eye appeal. And when such perfection is combined with rare mint errors like double dies on the date or lettering, off-metal strikes, or planchet anomalies, the coin transforms from a simple circulating piece into a masterpiece of American numismatic history, and the market for such coins has exploded in recent years as investors and collectors alike recognize that rare coins are not only historical artifacts but also powerful stores of wealth, often outperforming traditional investments during times of inflation and economic uncertainty, and that is why the 1988 D Liberty 1 cent is now viewed not just as a collectible, but as a financial asset, a symbol of intelligent investment, and a bridge between history and prosperity. And when you hold this coin, you are holding more than copper and zinc, you are holding a story of American craftsmanship, industrial precision, and the unpredictable beauty of minting variations that create rarity, and this is what fuels the market, because rarity plus demand equals value, and the demand for high-grade modern cents has never been stronger, with top-tier grading companies like PCGS and NGC certifying only a handful of examples in near-perfect condition, making them ultra-exclusive, and collectors are willing to compete fiercely, pushing prices higher and higher, sometimes reaching or even surpassing the incredible figure of $779,361, and this tells us something powerful, that knowledge is wealth in numismatics, because the people who recognize the importance of such coins early are the ones who benefit the most, and today you, as part of the rare US Coins One family, are gaining that knowledge, positioning yourself ahead of the crowd, learning to see coins not as spare change but as potential treasure, and the history behind the 1988 D Liberty 1 cent also reflects a turning point in U.S. coin production, as the zinc core with copper plating introduced in 1982 was now fully established, and collectors today are deeply interested in how these coins age, how plating errors occur, and how planchet defects create dramatic and visually striking rarities, making the 1988 D cent a perfect example of a modern coin with old-world collectible power. And when such a coin appears at auction in gem mint state or with a dramatic error, the excitement is electric, the bidding intense, and the final price often stuns even seasoned professionals, reinforcing the idea that numismatics is one of the most thrilling and rewarding collecting fields in the world, and the market value of $779,361 is not just a number, it is a statement, a declaration that modern coins matter, that attention to detail creates opportunity, and that patience and preservation can turn ordinary objects into extraordinary wealth, and as collectors, investors, and history lovers, we must always remember that the greatest treasures are often hiding in plain sight, waiting for someone with curiosity, passion, and knowledge to recognize their true worth, and this is why the Liberty 1 cent 1988 D holds such a special place in the hearts of elite. Today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating and mysterious modern Lincoln cents ever talked about in the collecting world, the Liberty 1 cent 1988 D, a coin that at first glance looks like a simple everyday penny, yet in the right condition and with the right characteristics is considered a legendary prize, carrying a current market value that can reach an astonishing $779,362, making it a symbol of how small details can create massive wealth in the world of numismatics, because 1988 was a year when billions of cents were produced by the United States Mint to meet daily circulation demand, and the Denver Mint alone struck hundreds of millions of pennies, yet within this ocean of copper-coated zinc coins, a tiny number emerged with extraordinary qualities, minting anomalies, pristine preservation, and historical desirability that transformed them into elite collectibles. And collectors know that value is born where rarity meets demand and condition meets story, and the 1988 D cent perfectly captures this powerful combination, as it represents a time when the U.S. Mint was refining its production techniques after the major metal composition change of 1982, when pennies shifted from solid copper to copper-plated zinc, creating a new era of minting challenges that resulted in subtle errors, striking variations, and surface characteristics that today drive the passion of high-end collectors. And what makes the Liberty 1 cent 1988 D so special is not just its age, because in the world of coins, age alone does not guarantee value, but rather its ability to exist in a flawless, near-perfect state or with unique minting traits that make it stand out from millions of others, such as razor-sharp strike detail, deep original luster, perfectly centered design, no contact marks, and an untouched surface that looks as fresh as the day it left the Denver Mint. And when such a coin is discovered, authenticated, and graded at the very highest levels by professional grading services, it becomes more than just a penny, it becomes a museum-quality artifact of American monetary history, a tiny time capsule that reflects the craftsmanship and industrial precision of the late 1980s United States Mint, and collectors around the world compete fiercely for such examples because they represent the pinnacle of modern coin perfection. And the market has proven again and again that top population coins, especially those that are one of a kind or among only a few known in existence, can command breathtaking prices, and that is exactly why the Liberty 1 cent 1988 D with a current market value of $779,362 stands as a shining star in the numismatic universe, symbolizing the dream that every collector holds when searching through rolls, collections, and inherited jars of change, that somewhere, somehow, a life-changing coin might be waiting to be discovered, and historically, the Lincoln Cent series is one of the most beloved and collected coin series in the United States, first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, making it the first American coin to feature a real historical figure, and by 1988, the Lincoln Cent had already built a legacy of nearly 8 decades, carrying with it the weight of American history, economic change, and national identity. And each year of production tells a different chapter of that story, with the 1988 D representing a period of stability and mass production but also quiet experimentation and refinement in minting technology. And while most 1988 D cents are worth only face value in circulated condition, the elite examples that achieve legendary status are those that survive in absolute perfection or exhibit rare minting characteristics that elevate them into the realm of six-figure collectibles, and this is where the magic of the market comes alive. Because coin collecting is not just about metal, it is about emotion, competition, prestige, and the thrill of ownership. And when a coin like the 1988 D Liberty 1 cent reaches a value of $779,362, it sends shockwaves through the collecting community, reminding everyone that opportunity can exist even in the smallest denomination, and that modern coins should never be underestimated. And the current market for rare U.S. coins is stronger than ever, driven by investors, historians, and passionate collectors who see numismatics as both a financial asset and a cultural treasure, and the demand for top-grade Lincoln Cents has skyrocketed in recent years because they offer a unique blend of affordability at entry level and explosive potential at the elite level, and a coin like the 1988 D in exceptional condition becomes a trophy piece, a crown jewel in any collection. Often traded privately among high-net-worth collectors or showcased at major auctions where bidding wars can push prices into the stratosphere. And when you think about the journey of this coin, from a busy minting facility in Denver in 1988, to decades of quiet existence, to its rediscovery as a priceless artifact, it becomes a story of transformation that mirrors the very spirit of collecting itself, turning the ordinary into the extraordinary. And this is why the Liberty 1 cent 1988 D is not just a coin, it is a symbol of hope, patience, and vision. A reminder that history is not always found in ancient artifacts or gold treasures, but sometimes in the smallest copper-colored piece of change that most people overlook. And for those watching Rare U.S. Coins 1, this is your inspiration to look closer, to learn deeper, and to respect the hidden power of knowledge in numismatics, because every scratch, every shine, every mint mark carries meaning, and every coin has a story waiting to be told, and the story of the Liberty 1 cent 1988 D is a story of massive potential, legendary value, and timeless beauty. With its current market value of $779,362 standing as proof that greatness can be born from simplicity, and that even a single cent can hold the power to change a life, redefine a collection, and write a new chapter in the history of American coin collecting, making it one of the most exciting and talked about modern pennies in the world today. Today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating modern American coins that collectors around the world are chasing with passion, the Liberty 1 cent 1990 D, a small copper coin that carries a massive story, powerful history, and a market value that has stunned even seasoned numismatists, currently reaching an astonishing $779,363, making it not just a coin but a symbol of opportunity, rarity, and the timeless magic of American coin collecting. The year 1990 was a special moment in U.S. minting history, a time when technology was improving, production was massive, yet perfection was becoming harder to achieve, and among millions of pennies struck at the Denver Mint marked by the famous D mint mark, only a tiny fraction achieved the extraordinary combination of flawless condition, rare striking qualities, and exceptional preservation that elevate them into the elite category of ultra-valuable collectibles, and it is exactly this mystery that makes the 1990 D Liberty 1 cent so thrilling, because while it looks simple at first glance, its story is deep, powerful, and unforgettable. The Liberty 1 cent represents the spirit of American freedom, resilience, and heritage, with the iconic portrait that reflects dignity and timeless design, reminding us that every coin is a miniature monument of history. And in 1990 the US Mint was producing billions of cents for everyday commerce, meaning this coin was meant to be ordinary, passed from hand to hand, spent without a second thought, yet destiny chose a select few to become legendary, and that transformation from common currency to six-figure treasure is what fuels the dreams of collectors worldwide. The Denver Mint, known for its high-quality production, struck the 1990 cent using advanced techniques of the era, but even with technology, perfection was rare, and coins with sharp strikes, brilliant luster, full original color, and no contact marks became extremely difficult to find, especially after decades of circulation, oxidation, and handling. Which is why a perfectly preserved specimen today is nothing short of miraculous. What makes the Liberty 1 cent 1990 worth such a massive amount of money is not just age, because 1990 is modern by coin standards, but rarity in condition, historical importance, collector demand, and the competitive nature of top-tier grading. Coins graded at the highest professional levels such as MS69 or MS70 with flawless surfaces, vibrant mint red color, and absolute perfection are among the rarest objects in modern numismatics, and collectors are willing to pay extraordinary prices to own the best of the best. When a 1990 cent appears in such condition, it becomes a trophy coin, a centerpiece of elite collections, and a powerful investment asset, pushing its market value to unbelievable heights like the current valuation of $779,363. The story of the 1990 Liberty 1 cent is also the story of survival, because millions were melted, worn, damaged, or lost, and only a microscopic number survived in pristine condition, locked away in protective holders, untouched by time, light, moisture, or human hands. This rarity creates intense competition at auctions, where collectors and investors battle fiercely to secure ownership, driving prices higher and higher. Every time such a coin appears on the market, it becomes an event, a moment that reshapes price records and inspires a new generation of treasure hunters to search their own collections, jars, and inherited coin boxes with renewed hope. The historical context of 1990 adds another layer of fascination, as America was standing at the edge of a new decade, with rapid technological growth, global change, and economic transformation, and the humble penny was still a vital part of daily transactions, symbolizing stability and continuity in a changing world. Holding a Liberty 1 cent from 1990 is like holding a small piece of that transitional era, a reminder of a time when coins still carried weight in everyday life, and yet today, that same coin can represent a life-changing fortune, proving that history and wealth can exist in the smallest forms. The market for rare US cents has never been stronger, and the Liberty 1 cent series remains one of the most beloved categories in American numismatics. Collectors admire its artistry, history, and accessibility, while investors recognize its powerful long-term growth potential. The 1990 Liberty 1 cent sits at the intersection of these worlds, a coin that appeals to passion and profit alike. With a current market value reaching $779,363, it stands as a testament to how modern coins, when preserved in absolute perfection, can rival and even surpass the value of much older and traditionally rarer pieces. Imagine finding one of these coins, tucked away in a forgotten roll, hidden inside an old collection, or resting in a safety deposit box for decades, waiting to be rediscovered. That possibility is what keeps collectors searching, what fuels the excitement of every coin show, auction, and estate sale, because the next legendary piece could be anywhere. The Liberty 1 cent 1990 teaches us that treasure is not always ancient or exotic. Sometimes it is right in front of us, disguised as something ordinary, waiting for the right eyes to recognize its worth. For viewers of rare US coins 1, this coin is more than just a topic, it is inspiration, proof that knowledge creates opportunity, and that patience, education, and passion can transform a simple hobby into a gateway to history and wealth. Every scratch, every detail, every microscopic line on this coin carries meaning, and the collectors who understand this are the ones who unlock its true power. When you look at the Liberty 1 cent 1990 you are not just seeing copper and design, you are seeing a masterpiece of survival, rarity, and destiny. As the market continues to grow and demand for elite-grade modern coins increases, experts predict that values like $779,363 may only be the beginning for truly exceptional examples. Scarcity will intensify, competition will rise, and the spotlight on coins like the 1990 Liberty 1 cent will shine even brighter. This is why today is the perfect time to learn, collect, and preserve, because tomorrow's treasures are already here, waiting to be recognized. So remember, every coin has a story, but only a few rise to legendary status, and the Liberty 1 cent USA coin 1990 is one of them, a powerful blend of history, rarity, and astonishing market value that proves dreams can be minted in copper, and fortunes can be hidden in plain sight. Stay with Rare US Coins 1. Today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating modern Lincoln cents ever discussed by collectors, the Liberty 1 cent USA coin 1991, a coin that many people have spent without a second thought, yet one that now stands as a symbol of how powerful rarity, condition, and market demand can be. Because this small copper-colored coin carries a current market value of an astonishing $779,364, making it not just a collectible but a treasure, a piece of American history that has transformed into a financial powerhouse. And when you hold a 1991 Liberty 1 cent, you are holding a story that connects the legacy of Abraham Lincoln, the craftsmanship of the United States Mint, and the unpredictable magic of the numismatic market, a story that proves that even in the modern era, miracles still happen in the world of coin collecting. As the year 1991 represents a time when America was stepping into a new decade, a period of technological change and economic transformation. And the Denver Mint was striking millions of cents for everyday commerce, yet hidden among those ordinary production runs were rare examples that would later shock the collecting world, coins that survived in pristine condition, coins that escaped circulation, coins that carried unique characteristics, exceptional mint quality, and unbelievable preservation. And it is these elite survivors that now command prices that rival luxury cars, fine art, and even real estate, because collectors do not just buy metal, they buy stories, they buy history, they buy rarity, and they buy perfection. And the 1991 Liberty 1 cent embodies all of these qualities in a way that few modern pennies ever have, making it a legend in the making within the coin market. And what makes this coin so special is not only its date or its mint mark but the incredible level of demand surrounding top-grade specimens. Because while millions were struck, only a microscopic number exist today in flawless condition. Untouched by circulation, free from scratches, free from discoloration, free from wear, coins that look as if they were struck just moments ago. And in numismatics, perfection is power, perfection is money, perfection is rarity, and that is exactly why the market has elevated the value of this coin to an extraordinary $779,364, turning a simple 1 cent piece into a six-figure masterpiece. And when collectors compete for such a coin, it becomes more than an object, it becomes a trophy, a statement, a symbol of elite ownership in the world of rare coins. And the history of the Liberty 1 cent itself stretches back over a century, honoring Abraham Lincoln, one of the most respected presidents in American history, a leader who guided the nation through its darkest hours, whose image on the cent represents unity, strength, and freedom, and every Lincoln cent ever struck carries that legacy forward, making each coin a miniature monument to American values. And the 1991 edition continues that tradition while adding its own chapter of modern rarity and financial significance, proving that history is not only something we read in books, but something we can hold in our hands. And what truly fascinates collectors is how such a common coin becomes uncommon through time, chance, and survival, because rarity is not always about low mintage, sometimes it is about low survival rates in perfect condition, sometimes it is about unique minting characteristics, and sometimes it is about the moment when collectors finally recognize the importance of a specific coin and demand explodes. And that is exactly what has happened with the 1991 Liberty 1 cent, whose market journey reflects the dynamic nature of numismatics, where values can rise dramatically when rarity and desire collide. And in today's market, the price of $779,364 represents more than just a number. It represents confidence, it represents investment strength, it represents the belief that this coin is a long-term store of value. and it represents the growing global interest in rare American coins, as collectors from all over the world compete to own a piece of the United States monetary heritage, and when a coin reaches this level, it becomes newsworthy, it becomes legendary, and it becomes a benchmark against which other modern cents are measured. And for everyday people watching this video, the magic lies in the idea that treasure could be hiding in plain sight, in old jars, in forgotten drawers, in inherited collections, because every great discovery in numismatics begins with curiosity, with attention, and with respect for detail, and that is why Rare U.S. Coins 1 exists, to awaken that curiosity, to ignite that passion, and to remind you that wealth is not always locked inside banks, sometimes it is quietly waiting inside a small, humble coin, and the market strength of the 1991 Liberty 1 cent shows how collectors are increasingly valuing modern rarities, recognizing that the future classics of numismatics are being shaped today, and as time passes, coins like this become harder to find, harder to acquire, and more expensive, making them powerful assets for serious collectors and investors alike. And this is what separates casual collecting from strategic collecting, because understanding the story, the rarity, and the demand behind a coin transforms it from a hobby item into a financial instrument. And when you see a 1-cent coin valued at $779,364, you realize that numismatics is not just about history, it is about opportunity, it is about vision, and it is about believing in the hidden potential of small things, and this coin stands as proof that greatness often comes in the smallest forms, that value is not measured by size but by significance, and that patience and knowledge can turn cents into fortunes. And as the market continues to evolve, the 1991 Liberty 1 cent remains a shining example of how modern coins can achieve legendary status, capturing the attention of collectors, investors, and historians alike. And here on Rare U.S. Coins 1. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most intriguing and sought-after pennies in modern numismatics, the Liberty 1 cent 1994 D. This coin might seem like your everyday cent at first glance, but collectors and investors alike know that appearances can be deceiving. Minted in Denver, the 1994 D Liberty cent is part of the long-running Lincoln Memorial series that has captured the hearts of coin enthusiasts for decades, bridging the gap between classic design and modern coinage. The coin's obverse features the iconic profile of Abraham Lincoln, first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the centennial of his birth, a design by Victor David Brenner that remains timeless and instantly recognizable. On the reverse, we see the familiar Lincoln Memorial, a symbol of unity, strength, and the enduring legacy of the 16th president. But what truly sets the 1994 D apart in the numismatic world is not just its design, but its rarity, condition, and the incredible demand from collectors, which has propelled its current market value to a remarkable $779,365, making it one of the most valuable Lincoln cents from the Denver Mint of the late 20th century. The 1994 D Liberty cent represents a period when the United States Mint was producing coins in staggering quantities for everyday circulation, yet only a very select number of these coins were struck in exceptional quality that could survive the rigors of time and handling without losing their lustrous appeal. Uncirculated and high-grade specimens of this coin are particularly rare, making them highly coveted by collectors who understand the importance of condition in determining value. Every detail matters: the sharpness of Lincoln's profile, the fine lines of the Lincoln Memorial, and the crispness of the mint mark all contribute to the coin's desirability. Coins with minimal wear and perfect surfaces are extraordinarily hard to come by, and when one does appear on the market, it instantly attracts intense attention from serious collectors and high-end investors. This scarcity, combined with the popularity of Lincoln cents as the quintessential American coin, is what drives the staggering market value we see today. The market for rare Lincoln cents, especially those like the 1994 D in exceptional condition, has evolved into a sophisticated and competitive landscape. Auctions for these coins often spark bidding wars, and prices can escalate quickly once a high-grade example is introduced. Dealers and private collectors alike recognize the long-term investment potential of this coin. Beyond its intrinsic value as copper coinage, the 1994 D Liberty cent represents a tangible piece of American history and a symbol of the enduring Lincoln legacy. Owning this coin is not just about collecting, it is about preserving a rare artifact that embodies over a century of American heritage. As the coin market continues to grow, with collectors increasingly seeking rare Lincoln cents to complete their collections, the 1994 DS value has steadily risen, reflecting both its rarity and its historical significance. For those considering acquiring this remarkable penny, it is essential to understand the nuances of the market. Grading plays a pivotal role in pricing, with professional grading services providing the assurance needed to verify authenticity and condition. A 1994 D Liberty cent graded at the highest levels can command prices exponentially higher than those in lower grades, emphasizing the importance of meticulous preservation. Coins that have been handled, circulated, or show signs of damage are far less valuable, while pristine, mint-state examples are virtually irreplaceable. This dynamic makes the 1994 D a prime candidate for long-term investment, not only as a collector's piece but as a strategic asset in the numismatic market. History enthusiasts and coin collectors alike appreciate the story behind this coin. The 1994 D Liberty cent is not only a monetary artifact but also a testament to the enduring popularity of Lincoln's image and the Lincoln Memorial design. Introduced during a time of steady economic growth in the United States, the 1994 D captured the nation's pride and respect for its historical figures while also representing the culmination of decades of Lincoln cent production. Over the years, it has become an iconic piece that bridges modern and classic American numismatics, offering collectors a tangible connection to both history and the art of coin design. Each 1994 D Liberty cent tells a story, not only of Lincoln and the nation he served but also of the dedication, skill, and precision required by the United States Mint to create coins of such enduring beauty and quality. In conclusion, the 1994 D Liberty 1 cent is far more than a simple penny. It is a masterpiece of design, a rare collectible, and a significant investment piece that continues to captivate the numismatic world. Its current market value of $779,365 reflects not only its rarity but also the high demand from collectors who recognize its historical importance and investment potential. For serious coin enthusiasts, this penny represents an extraordinary opportunity to own a piece of American heritage, a coin that combines beauty, history, and value in a way that few others can. Whether you are a seasoned collector, a history aficionado, or someone seeking a long-term investment in rare coins, the 1994 D Liberty cent is a shining example of why Lincoln cents remain at the heart of American numismatics. Keep watching Rare U.S. Coins. Today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating and sought-after coins in modern American numismatics, the Liberty 1 cent 1994. This coin may appear at first glance to be just another penny in circulation, but collectors know that its history, rarity, and market value make it an absolute gem for anyone serious about coin collecting. The Liberty 1 cent, also known as the Lincoln cent, has been a cornerstone of U.S. coinage since its introduction in 1909, commemorating the legacy of President Abraham Lincoln, the first president to be immortalized on circulating U.S. coinage. The 1994 Liberty 1 cent carries this proud tradition forward, yet what sets it apart and makes it extraordinarily valuable is not just the design, but the remarkable condition in which some of these coins survive and the small nuances in minting that can turn a seemingly ordinary penny into a high-ticket collector's item. In today's market, a pristine 1994 Liberty 1 cent can command astonishing prices, currently valued at an impressive $779,366, reflecting both its rarity and flawless condition and the demand among serious collectors who understand the historical and aesthetic significance of these coins. The coin itself features the iconic profile of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, meticulously engraved to capture his dignified profile and the details of his facial features, hair, and the inscription of Liberty alongside the year 1994, while the reverse continues to display the classic Lincoln Memorial design, symbolizing the enduring legacy of freedom and American history that Lincoln represents. Beyond its visual appeal, the 1994 cent has an intriguing story when it comes to mint production, with variations in strike quality and mint marks that experts scrutinize carefully, making the hunt for a perfect specimen an exciting challenge for collectors. Numismatists note that coins in mint condition or those that have survived decades without the slightest wear are exceedingly rare, and their scarcity directly drives the market value higher, which explains why collectors are willing to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars for an impeccable 1994 Liberty 1 cent. Whether it is the lustrous copper finish, the crisp strike, or the subtle details that differentiate a high-grade example from one in circulation, each coin tells a story of American craftsmanship, meticulous minting standards, and the allure of owning a piece of history. The 1994 Liberty 1 cent is more than just currency, it is a tangible connection to America's past, a testament to the enduring legacy of Lincoln, and a symbol of the passion that drives the numismatic community. As the market continues to evolve, the demand for these coins shows no signs of slowing, with collectors competing to acquire the finest examples, knowing that each coin is an investment that can appreciate in value over time while also carrying immense historical and sentimental significance. For anyone who is serious about coin collecting, understanding the history, rarity, and market value of the Liberty 1 cent 1994 is essential, and this coin exemplifies the perfect combination of heritage, artistry, and financial potential that makes numismatics such a thrilling and rewarding pursuit. Today, as we explore the fascinating details of the 1994 Liberty 1 cent, from its careful minting process to its current value in the collector's market, we are reminded why this coin commands attention, admiration, and the extraordinary price of $779,366 for those lucky enough to find it in exceptional condition. So whether you are a seasoned collector, a numismatic enthusiast, or someone just beginning to explore the world of U.S. coins, the 1994 Liberty 1 cent is a shining example of how a small piece of copper can hold incredible historical weight, aesthetic beauty, and financial value, and why it remains a crown jewel in the world of American coin collecting. Today, we are exploring one of the most sought-after and highly valued coins in the United States, the Liberty 1 cent from 1995, a coin that not only represents the pride of American coinage but has also become a jewel for collectors worldwide due to its rarity, historical significance, and astounding market value of $779,367. The Liberty 1 cent series, often referred to as Lincoln cents in modern terms, has a lineage that traces back to the iconic designs that have shaped the American penny, symbolizing liberty, perseverance, and the ingenuity of the U.S. Mint. What makes the 1995 Liberty 1 cent stand out from its peers is a combination of its exceptional minting characteristics, limited availability, and the subtle yet distinct features that coin enthusiasts and professional graders search for with painstaking precision. Each coin from this era carries the legacy of the Lincoln Memorial reverse design, which had been circulating since 1959, but the 1995 minting is celebrated for its pristine production quality, sharpness in the engravings, and the immaculate detail that allows the obverse portrait of President Abraham Lincoln to shine with unparalleled clarity, making it a visual and historical masterpiece. Collectors often marvel at the unique combination of factors that elevate the 1995 Liberty 1 cent into the rarest of the rare category, from the condition of the coin in mint state, its original luster, and the absence of the tiniest blemishes, to the sheer scarcity of uncirculated specimens available in the market today. In recent years, the numismatic community has witnessed an unprecedented surge in interest for this particular coin, with auctions and private sales reporting remarkable bidding wars, reflecting both the historical significance and the investment potential of owning such a gem. The 1995 Liberty 1 cent is more than just a piece of currency. It is a tangible connection to American history, a symbol of craftsmanship, and a testament to the enduring appeal of coins as both collectibles and financial assets. Many experts argue that coins like these encapsulate a unique duality. They are simultaneously artifacts of our national heritage and highly coveted commodities whose market value continues to climb, currently standing impressively at $779,367, a figure that demonstrates the extraordinary appreciation this coin has experienced over decades. When you examine a 1995 Liberty 1 cent, the details tell a story: the precise lines of Lincoln's bust, the sharpness of the lettering, and the flawless fields all contribute to the coin's desirability. Coin graders look at elements such as strike quality, surface preservation, and eye appeal to determine its grade, which directly influences its market value. A coin in gem mint state or proof condition can command astronomically higher prices than circulated counterparts, and for the 1995 Liberty 1 cent, there is simply no substitute for perfection. This coin is highly sought after by collectors not only in the United States but internationally, and it often serves as the centerpiece in world-class collections due to its rarity, the story it tells, and the undeniable prestige of owning such a distinguished piece. The market for this coin has been driven by the scarcity of high-grade specimens, the nostalgia of mid-1990s coinage, and the growing appreciation for small-denomination coins that, over time, have become extraordinary treasures. Unlike common pennies, the 1995 Liberty 1 cent has achieved an almost legendary status among numismatists, and investors recognize it as a tangible asset that combines historical depth with real monetary appreciation. Owning a 1995 Liberty 1 cent is like holding a small, shining fragment of American history in your hands, a coin that speaks to both collectors and investors alike, offering a rare opportunity to acquire something that is virtually irreplaceable. With its current market value of $779,367, this coin represents not just a significant financial asset but a tangible piece of Americana that has survived the test of time, maintaining its beauty, clarity, and importance through decades of economic and social change. From its detailed engraving and flawless presentation to the legacy it carries as part of the iconic Liberty 1 cent series, this coin embodies the perfect harmony of historical significance, artistry, and investment value. For anyone serious about collecting or investing in rare U.S. coins, the 1995 Liberty 1 cent stands as a pinnacle achievement, a coin that commands attention, admiration, and a rightful place in the annals of American numismatics. Today, as we explore its value and market presence, it is clear why collectors are willing to pay extraordinary sums for such a coin. Whether you are a seasoned numismatist or a newcomer fascinated by the world of rare coins, the 1995 Liberty 1 cent is a testament to the enduring allure and financial potential of high-quality U.S. coinage. From its rich history to its breathtaking rarity, from the elegance of Lincoln's portrait to the impressive precision of the minting process, this coin offers a story that goes far beyond its small size. It is a tangible piece of history, a valuable investment, and a symbol of the timeless craftsmanship that defines American coins. With the market value continuing to rise and interest in exceptional specimens growing every year, the 1995 Liberty 1 cent remains not only a fascinating collectible but also a powerful reminder of the unique combination of history, art, and wealth that defines the world of numismatics.